Alright, here we go. This is Let's Play Legend of Zelda Part 2. In this part, we're gonna finish collecting some of the items that we need before the first dungeon. We're gonna get a 6th heart container, and we're gonna collect some rupees and buy some other stuff too. Along the way, I try to kill as many of these guys as I can, just so I can collect a decent number of rupees, so bear with me here. These parts might be a little boring, just walking through these parts here. I feel like if you kill everyone on screen, you can make a decent number of rupees doing that. I mean, like, just running through and killing a decent number of guys will get you a large number of rupees pretty quickly. Alright, so we head along this way, and when you get to this fork in the road, just stay right here. Going this way. Try to avoid. I mean, you can either avoid or kill these guys, like I was saying earlier. I always kill them. You can see I already got 12 rupees. It's pretty quick to just be killing a few guys and get a decent number of rupees. When you get here, just head down. This looks almost identical to the screen above it, but you want to burn this bush right here. You'll unlock the secret staircase. And whenever we do go inside of it, there will be another moblin. And this is another 100 rupees. This is the last one on the field, so we've pretty much used up a decent number, or most of the rupees that are on the field there, so. Alright, so just 2 more quick stops, and then we're going to the first dungeon. Which, I mean, with all these items, is just going to be so easy. We're going to breeze through it. Might not even take a hit, we'll see how it goes. Now, actually, right here, I go the wrong way. I always end up going that way, thinking that I'm working my way to the first dungeon, but it brings me to a fairy fountain. You can refill your life at those spots, but I don't use them too often. There's one a little closer to the start screen that I may use later, so I'll show you that if we have time. On this screen, there is a bush you can burn, but I guess... Oh, yeah, I remember now. So, actually, first, you want to come here. And the 5th bush in on the top row, burn that one, and it will unlock a secret staircase, and you can get another heart container. Or a potion if you're in the mood to get a potion, but really stupid to do that. So on this screen, you want to burn the corner bush, unlock another secret staircase, and this is another shop. This is the place I go to grab the magic shield. What the magic shield does is it blocks projectiles, and it also blocks the other... It blocks these lasers that the Zoras shoot at you, so... Alright, now we're gonna get that bush that I was talking about. I was going a little slow through there. I thought the levers were gonna come back, but... oh well. So in here we got another moblin hideout with 30 rupees. Alright, and if you remember in my last video I said that this is the bridge where the first dungeon is right across from, so... Kill all those guys. Got nothing. I was a little surprised. But anyway, I want to go up here and burn this last bush. And this will get you another 30 rupees. So now we're actually ready to go to the first dungeon. So we're making our way over there now. Now the first dungeon, I guess, like, I never really thought of it too much. But I guess that's the Deku tree from Ocarina of Time, if anyone's ever played that. Alright, neat trick here with the first dungeon, that locked door there that I just shot at. If you actually leave and come back into this dungeon, the door will be unlocked. Not sure if the programmers intended that to happen, but whatever the case is, I always take advantage of it to try to conserve keys so I don't have to go through certain parts of certain dungeons. Now, when I'm in the dungeons, I usually just go through as quickly as I can. I don't do every single room. I don't grab the map and compass for every single one. I usually just... I know the sort of route that I need to take through it to get to the boss quickly, and I always, of course, do get the item in each dungeon, so... Now, these enemies here, what are those? Those are Stalfos, I guess. Those guys normally would take 2 hits with the wooden sword, but since you have the white sword, they go down in 1 hit, and they usually drop some pretty good items, so... Real easy enemies to take out, especially if you have the sword upgrade, which is kind of essential for this game. So work your way up here. I don't have to go right in this room. I think that leads to the compass. I don't really need that. The compass, all it does is on the map, it would show you exactly where the boss is, or actually the piece of Triforce is in the dungeon. but I know where it is. I have this dungeon memorized as well as most of the other ones, so probably won't need that. Sometimes I like to use my candle. You can get a multi-kill with it, I guess, but I don't think I managed to pull one off here. Good to use up some of your weapons, or just mix it up once in a while. That door to the left there, if you push the block in the middle, it will unlock that door, but it leads to an old man that just gives you a piece of advice that is a little cryptic, useless. And he's actually telling you, I believe he's telling you the location of where to get the letter, which we of course already have, so don't need that. Now you can see the dungeon branches off. We've been through all the other parts except for this top little corner and then the right section. I think this is called the Eagle. They call this dungeon the Eagle. And the piece of Triforce is in the right section, or the right wing of the Eagle. Depending on which way he's facing, I guess it could be his left wing or right wing, but whatever. Call it the right wing because it's on the right side of the map. So here we got a little secret area there. That's basically, if you see one of those little block sections with a thing in front of it, move the wall to the left and you can get inside there. Going down the staircase, and then you go to a little 2D section where you can usually grab an item. Right there we grab the bow, but before we're able to use the bow we need to buy the arrows, which cost 80 rupees. We're going to be doing that later, maybe in between the next dungeon, or maybe in between 2 and 3. We'll see how it goes. So come back here, use the key on the door to the right. In this room, you definitely want to kill all the enemies. If you kill all the enemies in this room, you get one of their boomerangs, so totally worth doing. So grab the boomerang, which is a very, very effective weapon. It's very quick to shoot out. It can kill bats and small little gel things. It'll also stun certain enemies. These guys right here, forget what they're called. I want to say it's Floor Master, but whatever they are, I always like to kill them. They do drop a decent number of rupees. I foolishly get the clock there. The clock will actually stop them from coming out of the wall, so you don't want to get that if you're in the room with those guys. If they touch you, you'll end up going to the back of the first part of the dungeon. So we got the first boss there. It's a dragon. I think it's like Aquamentos or something, but easy enough to kill. He shoots fireballs at you. Just 3 shots with the white sword will kill him. And then you got your first piece of Triforce, and you have completed the first dungeon in Legend of Zelda. Alrighty, so that's it for part 2, and I will see you next time.